Hi, it's the 13th of June 2018 at 1 p.m. Well, here it is, my life's work. How my image. It's good, isn't it? I knew I promised I wouldn't make it more complicated, but I couldn't help it. Okay. And I also knew something was growing out of the friendly club. I didn't know what it was, but I could feel it was there and it was growing. It had taken root. This is it. It wasn't a business at all. Nah, it's this. Believe it or not, yeah, I've actually been thinking about this. It's been in the deep recesses of my mind for an awfully long time. Probably my whole life, actually. Yeah, probably growing up with parents that just argued and fought, and then ending up in the same situation with my wife and pretty much every other woman that I've ever met. And my youngest daughter, the only one I didn't fight and argue with, yeah, she was taken away from me. She was hidden out of view, yeah, because they didn't want to be shown up. So underneath it all, at the very back of my mind, it's this whole thing. And I set up a whole business, a friendly club, which I don't think will work, for reasons that will become apparent later on. That doesn't bother me particularly, because I'm learning from it. Or what's actually grown is this. I can't believe it. I haven't stopped working on it all day, adding to it and thinking about it and changing it and that sort of thing. I don't know, I thought about it all last night, and then I thought about it again today. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But I look at the shit that's happening in the world and the upset and pain and whatever. I think, well, someone's got to start making a move somewhere along the line, to try and improve the situation somewhere. So I thought, yeah, I'll put my hand up. Now, I've titled the thing Conversation Happiness. All right, it's not going to make you overall happy. Happiness depends on a lot of things: health, diet, income, relationships with others, although that relates to conversation in a large part. But health, well, I suppose health good as well, but I mean you could argue all sorts of things, but there are a lot of factors I imagine that go to making up happiness. And I'm going to talk about things here. The one that comes to mind here is, I've got down the bottom here, debates. The idea of debating opinion. That's how it happens so often on YouTube. And people say, well, it's a good thing. This is what adults do. And, we go to have coffee or something and we debate it. We debate. I think, well, yeah, fine, you can do that. I'm not suggesting that it's not a conversation piece and sort of thing. I'm actually just saying it's down here on the happiness level. It's just, that's what I'm talking about, conversation happiness. Okay, if you get my drift, I mean, just watch TV sometime, watch two people debating, having a hot debate about something, and they don't look happy. Versus two people just chatting, chat about something pleasant, they look happy. This is about happiness. This is not about skills or anything else like that. This is just about conversation happiness. Not about sexual happiness. It's not about relationship happiness, although I think conversation is a major factor in any relationship. Because, I mean, yes, you have sex and, yeah, you do certain things, but for the most part, like 99% of it, your interaction with your partner is through conversation. Yeah, so, if you want a happy relationship, the idea is to have happy conversation and do things that lead to a happy conversation. Now, I don't profess to be an expert in this field. I haven't got 6 degrees in the field at all. I've just noticed that there is no conversation happiness, or very, very little. And compared to how it used to be, I'd say it's declined, considerably. I'd say there's a lot of bitterness, nastiness, bad. I just see it in comments. Like I've got a stable now of good commenters. I don't know that they're necessarily happy commenters, but that they're in that sort of acceptable level. I had yesterday acceptable, okay, but it's and some in the upper acceptable. But I'm going to do a series of vids on this, okay, and what I'm going to try to show you is that over and over, we end up getting dragged down into this, what I've called the narc zone, okay? Right? And I think that there's all sorts of, and I'll discuss the reasons why it may happen. You can think of your own, but we tend, as people, all of us seem to be getting dragged down into this narc zone, which is, it really just leads to very unhappy conversation, and probably, and I've actually put there, general unhappiness, because conversation being probably something that should be a source of, a major source of happiness. As I said at the outset, it's not the only thing that creates happiness, but it's something that that can contribute largely to your happiness. And for those of you who aren't aware, I was setting up a friendly club to do just this, to actually try to provide conversation happiness. It wasn't to provide sexual happiness. You can get that anywhere. It's cheap as chips. But conversation happiness, very hard to find. And and it requires a lot of things. The people I was working with have got no hope in hell of doing what I want them to do. And I'm trying to, put a round block in a square hole, or whatever the saying is. Yeah. So, but I mean that's it's no problem. Okay. That's now that I've as soon as I could shut the doors and I thought, okay, forget that idea. Yeah, all of this came out. So this was, I'd say at the end of the day, I've gone to a lot of trouble to actually find out what's in my mind, and it's this, all of this. Okay. Now I'm rather proud of it. All right. So please be kind, because this is my life's work, and look, it's. I think it's rather good. I know it's got a lot on there, and for those of you who have already downloaded the earlier versions, look, just keep that one. The blue at the top and the red at the bottom. It's really nice on your mind. It's just sort of like rose-coloured glasses, on your brain. Okay, and you'll notice that that colour scheme. Yeah, I actually got it from my blue, red with grey stripes. Yeah. That's what it is, blue, red and grey. I didn't realise that this morning. I thought, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was looking at my jumper and I must have thought, blue, red and grey looks okay on me, so why not put it on there? Yeah, so I can't get green in there and yellow, whatever it is. Wheat, I suppose, is that what you call that? Yeah, that yucky brown colour. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, that's sort of where I thought we might go, because really, I've got to be honest, I've been getting a lot of likes, I can feel it. I'm hitting, I've tapped into something here. And a lot of the guys on the channel are really just saying, we don't bother talking to people at all anymore, very few, and certainly not women, and that sort of thing, and I can understand why. And as we work through this, I'll discuss various things, and look, you're going to find that in some areas you will see where you're being dragged into this yourselves. And you might look at it and think, okay, no, that's no good. I've got to get out of there. I've got to get up here. I mean, unless you want to be down here. Some people like being unhappy, I suppose. Misery attracts misery, that sort of thing. I think it's probably better to at least go for some sort of happiness. Get it up into this range. Where are we there? Sort of thing. Don't go for too ecstatic. Let's not get carried away. But yeah, if you just get it up a bit and you're happier, I mean, really, what more do you want? Huh? What more do you want than happiness, right? But it's not a give me. It's not. It should be. You'd think, it should be, but you've actually got to, probably avoid a few things, and health. Good health should be a good thing. But I mean, if you eat too much and eat all the wrong foods, as I do, you could end up being unhealthy. It's like that. So this is really the whole thing of the whole central idea of my next few vids is going to be this. It's going to be all about conversation happiness. And in the process, what I think you'll also, and I will discover it as well, that you'll identify things to watch out for, little clues to give you the idea this person will bring you down. Okay? Or you don't commit too much to a relationship because they're warning signs. The red flags, if you will. It's just like watch out for this, watch out for that. But I'm not going to sort of talk about that too much. You'll just be aware of it. There's just a couple that'll stand out, and I'll probably cover them in the next. Oh no, maybe I'll just talk about nothingness for a while. I think that's a big subject. The void of nothingness. Yeah. But anyway, well, look, I'll leave it off at that point, and I'll look forward to the next video. I might do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's good fun, eh? I like this one. Conversations. Yeah, it's that's my thing. That's really, I think, underneath it all. That's my thing. That's what I like talking about. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.